make sure we get that back on so we don't lose any valuable information there. Kim, were there other questions or comments in the chat that we wanted to, or did we lose those when we lost the connection? Oh, no, we still have them.
We lost them when we lost the connection.
Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Well, so for the group, again, you feel free to unmute. It looks like someone's actually posted a link, so we'll make sure maybe we can share that with the group on how you can use imposter syndrome to your benefit. So for the person who posted that, I don't know if sounds like you've got some experience in understanding this information here. Would you like to share a little bit about that? Maybe, maybe not. It's one of their favorite TED Talks, it sounds like. Another great source of information. All right.
There is one more item in the chat, if you give me a second. A variety of skill sets are needed across the industries. I thought initially that I could never have a job in tech because I wasn't a developer. I found a job in tech because I wasn't a developer, but found a way to leverage my skills in other ways in the tech industry. That's that fear factor that you were talking about, Sandra, and not necessarily knowing and taking some risk.
Yeah, and if I can just build on that. So the other thing I would say, when I know myself and many other leaders, when they think about hiring employees, we tend to, we have that unconscious bias, right? We hire people that look like we do, that talk like we do, et cetera. The beauty of today's day and age is that we are aware of these restrictions, and overcoming them, the first thing is being aware. And so a lot of the focus that I have now is what is a cultural add, not a cultural fit, but a cultural add. What don't we have? And that's across the spectrum, right? So I do, and it ties back to the imposter syndrome. If you think that you don't have the right skill set, the right resume to go for a job, there's so much more than just what's on the resume or just what's on the job description, and make sure to have that dialogue, because again, I know for myself, I'm always trying to find individuals that bring something to the table that we didn't have before, and that challenge our thinking, that can be change agents, et cetera, et cetera. So just because the tactical piece of the resume doesn't match up, that doesn't mean that you're not qualified. So I just wanted to build on that because I think it's such a good point.
That's a great point. I think something we all will reflect on a little bit. I know we're getting just towards the end here of our time, but I want to make sure I guess a couple of things. One is certainly, again, feel free to unmute your phone. Any questions, comments, thoughts the group would either like to share with Sandra and the team, or ask, either way. Want to make sure we, really understand and think through what we've learned today, and sort of as we go away from this, our next steps and our thoughts on that. So any thoughts from the group? Okay. And if not, I guess, Sandra, any parting thoughts from you as you sort of reflect on what we've talked about today, or any other things that you were thinking, if I had one more thing I'd share with this group, what would that be, or you'd want us to take away from it?
Absolutely. Well, first, I thank you everyone for joining. It's truly an honor, and it's very humbling to have such a large audience. I would just go back to remember that networking as our topic today, it is about people, and that mutual benefit, trusting relationships, and then cultivating that long-term connectivity. It's so important. And a lot of the times it happens when you don't know what's happening. That's life, right? And so just always stay externally focused, focused on others, and believe me, your results will be stellar. So that would be my last parting thought.
Fantastic. Well, we thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your advice, your vision with us. Thanks for taking the time today. I know we all will walk away with some great pieces of information and thoughts of what we can do going forward, and more importantly, to remind ourselves to take that time that maybe we haven't been taking over the last couple of years. So as the days get ahead of us. So thank you so much for your time, and on behalf of certainly Conagra, but also women at the Mart today, thank you for joining us all today. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you for the next session. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thanks.
you.